What's up, Ben?
What's up?
All right.
Been
Doing good.
Good to see you finally. Been working together for what, a year?
Year.
Here's some change.
Coming up on a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to introduce yourself?
All right. Oh, my name is Mo. I'm one of the co-founders of honeypacks.com, Black Tie Honey. We're relatively new ecom brand. The product isn't so new. We just hit 2 years in business. Not even actually, but yeah, we're just very new to the ecom space. I feel like we just kind of blew up pretty quick. All thanks like different agencies like Carbon Box that we utilize in our business. Realized new strategies. We kind of just left the brick and mortar way of doing business, and then we evolved into ecom. And doing the best at market that we can, utilizing AI trends, trying to basically hack the algorithm per se. It's been a nice ride so far. Pretty quick, pretty steep ride up. But yeah, I'm excited to talk about what we did and how we utilized SEO and on this podcast with Carbon Box. So I'll introduce something.
Yeah, and this guy's being a little humble here. Since 2024 to now, which is October of 2025, this guy's doing about 1.2 to 1.4 million a month, right? Which is almost unheard of. And so before we get into honey packs, man, I kind of want people to understand, your upbringing. And so I don't know whether we should start with college first or we should start with, let's start with college and how you started selling phones.
Yeah, let's fast forward to college. So I went to school, Full Life University, went to school for accounting and finance. Before, freshman year, I'm sitting there. I've always been selling things online of some sort. Whether it's buying like headphones from China, you sell them on eBay, or buying stuff in bulk from China on Alibaba. We sell it on flea markets. Little stuff, little profit back then, but when you're a kid, that kind of adds up. So fast forward to freshman year of college, start Googling looking for things to flip on for money, because that's all always did. And one of the first Google search results was cell phones. I'm like, all right, let me try this. I read this little write-up. I got a head up Craigslist. By my first iPhone flip. I remember exactly what it was, the iPhone 5. And it was right after the 5S just came out. So I got my mom to drive me. I didn't have a car. My mom to drive me 20 minutes away in Newark, New Jersey. I bought his phone, and next day I flipped it on Craigslist on the same site. Like I literally bought on Craigslist, flipped it on Craigslist, made $50 profit. On the weekend I was visiting my parents to college. And $50 when you're a freshman in college is great. It's like beer money for 10 parties. You $5 to see in a party. Oh, back then when I was a college hour. I'm not that old though. Those are great. So, and then it just developed. I just, the $50 grew. Next thing you know, by the time I graduated college, I was making, I don't know, let's just say roughly $90K cleared like profit. And
Is that monthly or yearly?
No, yearly.
Yearly. But still in
That's
college.
Before I graduated, there was more money I was going to get working full time. I had 5 in the cubicle doing tax returns for people. So I'm like, all right, fuck this. I'm not doing this. I leave. I didn't drop out. I graduated just for my parents' house. Graduated, and I just kept flipping cell phones out of my car. Fast forward a few years, I meet my partner off Craigslist, buy some phones from him. And the story is actually very funny because he always trusted me, I guess. First time I buy a couple phones from him, and then one time he calls me, he's like ridiculous amount, like $50,000 worth. And I'm like, dude, I don't have that kind of money. And he's like, you know what? You'll look good for it. Just take it when you sell it, come pay me back. I was like, bro, you know me.
He gave you $50K?
Worth of phones.
Jesus.
Even though where I lived, I'm like, at least just come drop them off. Come drop them off fast, where I live.
Yeah.
And I ended up selling them, paying them back. Looking back, imagine I was like a small-minded, decided to run off with that $50K.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have this $1.5 million a month business right now.
Yeah.
But I'm skipping a lot right now.
How'd you meet on Craigslist? How did that come about?
Oh, I had an ad up that I bought phones.
Okay.
That's what he did. And he hit me up because he used to sell on Craigslist too. And yeah, we met up and just bought like 2 phones for him that day. Well, I remember exactly what it was. The Walmart Ridge Ag in Philadelphia. Yeah. And then fast forward 2-3 years down the line, we opened a few stores, cell phone stores together. They all failed, by the way. Not one ever makes $1. The ones that we have together. He has some stuff happen in his personal life. He decides to go out the world tour and just go travel the world and stuff. Calls me one night, and that was the idea behind Black Tie Honey and honeypacks.com. We're like, we're gonna let's get into ecom. We're like, we're a lot smarter than just being overpriced cashiers, essentially in our stores. There's no freedom. The money, I mean, at the time the money was good, not like compared to now, but like, there's no freedom. You are the business. So if you're taking a vacation, that's it. You're done. So like, all right, our first attempt was vapes, even though we never launched the website and stuff. We ended up chalking the idea, and then I had a background before. Early in college, I used to body boats. I had a little background in supplements and men enhancement. So that's where the honey packs thing came from. And then we took it online. Some other people were selling similar kind of stuff like gas station, boner pills and stuff, but nobody had taken it online and marketed it. But not even like in a professional manner, at least. So we were kind of like pioneers in that space. We had there was demand for the product. The product works, so people come back and do it. If you're familiar with male enhancement, if you need it, you're gonna keep coming back. There's no alternative. You pay whatever amount of money it is to fix your issue. So we had this great market, we had this clean entry point because we had a clean blank space to work with that no one else had tapped into. That was honestly a blessing that I could. Looking back, I didn't time all these things at once. Looking back and seeing them, all these things contribute a lot to where we're at right now.
Yeah, but it didn't start that way. Because I remember we were talking last night, and you had to pawn your watches to keep the business alive.
So, being in our industry is a great area. You can't just accept any payment processor. So, first Shopify store we had got shut down by the payment processor because we weren't PAPR authorized.
What payment processor were you using?
Oh, Shopify.
Shopify? Yeah.
Yeah. But Shopify, you don't just shut off your payment processor, you shut off your whole Shopify. So the issue with that was our initial first order with the brand was 500 boxes with our brand name on it. As soon as we started selling and scaling, we put in another order. The order was about 60 or 70K worth. And we didn't have that much money back then, so we were paying off the orders. We were paying off the order with the daily sales. Every day we get, back then it was like $3,000 or $4,000 a day. Take that money, we're paying off the order as we go. So.
And when was this? What time of year?
So I'll never forget that date, but it was April 22nd, 2024 is when we got shut off. It was not one of them.
Yeah.
The day is stamped in my memory, bro.
And just to pause, that's how fast things can shift. A year and a half ago, this guy was scrambling to get by his payment processor to shut down, and now he's talking about accusation. But anyway, keep going.
Yeah, we were using the daily sales to pay off the order. So let's say back then it was 3-4K in sales a day. We were using that money to pay off the order. And then one day this shuts off, right? At that point we paid 20, 30K worth of the order. And our payment processor got shut off, our Shopify store got shut off. So all right, whatever, it is what it is. Well, maybe a wholesaler product. We're about to give up on the idea. Call the supplier, can we just get the stuff that we paid for? She's like, no, I already made the $60,000 or $70,000 order that you made. It has your name on it. What am I gonna do with it? You have to take the whole thing, or you're not getting anything.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, wow. At the same time, of course, it's how when it rains it pours. The cell phone store wasn't doing that well, so it's kind of strapped for cash. I was putting my cash into this business, and I was like, damn, what do I got left? So I'll take off my watches. I had 30 watches back then. I sent in. I didn't want to sell them, so I pawned them. I don't know if you guys know how pawning works. Everyone just get the full value of the watch, give you half. They're hoping you don't come back and pay them back, so you get the watch for half value. I'm sitting there, I'm like, there's no way to let this guy keep my watches for half the price I paid for them. So I gotta make this work. When Shopify shuts you off, there's a little tip for you guys. They don't tell you why they shut you off. You have to figure it out. So second Shopify store, same thing happens. Third one, same thing happens. And we finally figured out it was the payment processing issue. Because they don't tell you. You have to it's a guessing game. You just get a weird email from legal or Shopify. It's very broad and vague. It can mean anything. It can mean you have a warrant for your arrest, or it can mean your product expiration date is off. It doesn't it doesn't say anything. So I ended up getting them back. It's funny, I told you last night I have one gray hair. I'm 29. I have one gray hair from that fucking 2 weeks that was going through. But yeah, man, and then things really started scaling up pretty quick.
Super quick. Do you want to drop some game for some other gray area brands out there? What payment processor are you guys using?
Oh, definitely highly recommend Maverick.
Maverick?
Yeah.
Okay. So CBD, boner pills, mushroom brands.
Yeah, you definitely can't use the standalone. Stripe will shut you off. Well, Stripe will actually approve you, and then they'll shut you off randomly. ShopPay will approve you immediately, and then come later on, and take your Shopify with them because it's owned by Shopify. All the main ones that you see on your Shopify, like the list, none of these will work for you if you're gray area. You have to go find one that's going to say high risk merchant. Even though if you may not think you're high risk, we sell supplements then there. It's not really that great, but to them you consider high risk. Sex toys, same thing. Even though there's like sex toys on eBay or Amazon, payment processing is weird about it. You're actually like you're in the same category as like porn, essentially.
Yeah. And so, with that being said, you're obviously not selling anything illegal. It's a gray area, and the only thing that makes it gray is that it's
For sex.
It's for sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, with Zuckerberg and the boys and Meta and scaling, like, do you want to walk through some of the problems that you guys have had?
Yeah,
'Cause
Meta
you guys ran the Facebook ads first, right? And you guys did okay, I think. I haven't really asked you how you like started with running the ads, and then when you hired the other guys, you know.
When we first started, we actually were just hoping to get on Amazon. We couldn't get the product on Amazon, even though there's a bunch now. But back then, like a year ago, Amazon was a little bit more strict. And we tried on TikTok Shop, couldn't get on TikTok Shop. So we just kind of gave up on, like, the first order we made of product was November 2023. And then December, January, we attempted to make the order. We attempted to sell online. We failed on all these platforms, like I just said. Then eventually, we just kind of gave up on the idea. It's like March 2024. Then my partner finds this course by this guy named Anthony Matuza. His name on Instagram is Tuzer. I owe a huge part of where we're at right now to this guy for his course because the course taught us a lot for sure, but it just got us running. We paid $4,000 for that course. And we sat there every day. There were live weekly calls with other people. You know, you're hearing this guy's making 5K a day in sales, 10K a day in sales. Meanwhile, you have 0 a day in sales. You're hearing like, oh, and they were just kids, honestly. Like some of them were in high school, some couldn't even get payment processing because they're not 18, their parents at the time were. Really watching all this and you're like, they can make it, I can make it.
Yeah.
So kind of guys invested in it and then we started. We hired this agency, these we call them two talking heads that you see a lot of. I'm not going to drop names, I'm not going to do some of these business.
We only name drop if it's quality, by the way. Yeah.
It's like looking back, we paid these guys like what, $5,000 a month. We only paid 1 month. They tried to get us to the 3 months commitment. We're like, when it didn't work out, like, we're like, what are we gonna do to us? Anyway, these guys, honestly, looking back, if these guys had gotten us 10 sales a day, we would have been happy. We probably would have been still with them right now. It just God was fortunate. God was fortunate to me that He made them feel so bad. We weren't getting 1 sale a day at like 1.1 ROAS. We spent like $200 a day to get a $30 sale. We just fired them. And then we started doing the ads ourselves, my partner and I, and some Filipino VAs. And very quickly reached like $3,000 a day in sales. One small app install, I'll drop some game for you guys. It's called Vitals. Including upsells, bundles, quantity discounts. Next day, the 3,000 became 4,000. So 25% increase in 1 day. I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot now, $1,000, but that's 25% back then. We started seeing how fast this thing was moving. Like, oh, shit, all right, we're onto something here. And that's when we increased the inventory order. Like I told you, got shut off later. But it was like in the beginning, it was like this, and then this, and this, and then this, when we lost payment processing, and then it just took off afterwards. And my whole dream, honestly, back then was, I was trying to, in the beginning, partying up, I was trying to make like $20K a month off of it, so I can leave Philadelphia, close the cell phone store, and move to Miami. Those were my aspirations back then, not where I am today. I've been fortunate enough to be where I'm at, to be honest.
We're dropping game here just because we do this all the time.
Of course.
You really don't need to work with an agency unless you're making 10K a month. Like for almost every service, you need to figure out how to do it yourselves because you need to have a baseline understanding of what's working and what's not. So when you do hire somebody, so you can allocate or delegate tasks so you can focus on higher leverage activities, you need to make sure that they're doing their shit right. And in order to do that, you need to have a baseline understanding. You took it to 3K a day, 4K a day, which is next level. But just like minimum, as like a rule of thumb, like don't really hire an agency until you're doing 10K a month, minimum.
Yeah, in all honesty, like so let me go back. We hired the agency, we are at 0. Then we got ourselves to 3-4K. No, the agency let me rewind. I said if the agency had just got us 10 sales a day, not 10K a day, 10 sales a day, we probably would have been staying with them being content. They didn't. They were getting us one sale every 2 days with $200 a day in ad spend. That's what we fired it. And we got ourselves to 3 and 4K. No, we didn't hire an agency actually till about 10K a day. Like you said, if your business, honestly, if you do the right inputs, you put the right effort, sometimes you need help, sometimes you need a little help with the agency. But if you really can't get it above 5K minimum, like the seriously minimum, 10K sounds like a better number. It probably, the product's not good enough. Like I always preach, product, value. If your product doesn't deliver value to your customers, the business is not scalable. Yeah, you can get a guy here and there to bite on your little thing, but like if at the end of the day, if there's no value for the customer, they're not going to keep coming back. And our whole business is built on returning customers. Why where we're at today is because our return customer rate is like 40%. We have a good product and people keep coming back because we solve an issue or a desire. Desire is a huge part in marketing. If I told you, I just launched a course, so it's a huge
that was the next topic.
There's a whole lesson on that about the market desires. But yeah, if your product or your service does not, if you can't get to 5K a day, bro, it's something wrong with it, or you're doing something wrong. So, but yeah, definitely check the product out first.
Yeah, it's easy to make a lot of money in the beginning, but if you have a product like this, especially in the CPG space, you're going to scale, but then you're just going to drop all revenue. Like the game is how many customers can you get to come back? So
CAC keeps skyrocketing. Like when we first started, we were acquiring customers for $18, $19, some days even like 10, 12, but that was on like the average day. Now, for every day we're acquiring at 40, 50, I'm happy. And our product costs 50, 60, so we're not even making really money on the first sale. We're banking the fact that 40% we're going to come back.
Yeah. So let's rewind a little bit. You went to college. I went to college. I graduated and was like, oh shit, what am I going to do now? You were doing something else and realized, why would I use my degree?
But
there's so much hate in the info product and course space, and like the buzzword is like guru and everything, but like, what do you say to people? Like, I pay for knowledge and it allowed me to scale super fast. You obviously paid for knowledge, it allowed you to scale super fast.
I paid for knowledge the hard way, and I'm saving you a lot. Like, saving you if you don't have to pawn your jewelry, your wife's jewelry. In all seriousness, no, you pay for knowledge one way or another, and like most people have no problem going to college, paying $50K a year to learn business from a guy who never even had a business.
Yeah.
But when somebody who has a business or something launches a course or something, everyone attacks them like it's scam. It's my favorite word. I just launched my course and send every post out. Scam. Like, you guys even know me? What I sell? Been on my website. My email guy, I always use this example. Runs ads for his email marketing service. People run scam. And one time I played off like I wasn't a customer, I was interested. And I replied to him like, have you used them? He like, now deliver. I was like, no, it just sounds too good to be true. What are you talking about? Yeah. Just people like anything with information related, they're just like turned off by it. They don't want to pay for it. All right, I'm not saying buying a course is the only way, or I'm not. But are you seriously going to sit there? Most of the stuff you probably found on ChatGPT, to be honest. Are you going to sit there and ask the right prompts, give the right questions, make the focus every day to outline your learning plan, or are you simply just not going to learn at all? And like, if you're not, so what's your plan? You're just gonna be content with that for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
You want to be stuck asking your boss to leave 15 minutes early for the rest? If that's what you want to do, if you're content with that, kudos to you. I'm actually jealous, because I'm one of those people who just always wants more and more and more. But I'm just not that type of person. So you have to pay for information, even if it's free information. You have to acquire information. You can't just go through life. Most people go through life they don't learn anything new after high school or college at best. That's it. That's where the learning curve stops, like jobs. That's with AI and the way things are going. I'm actually concerned how most of these people are gonna have jobs.
Yeah.
In all honesty.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a million conversation, brother.
Yeah.
Jeez. No, but I mean, yeah, I think people will react before they'll do research, and it's so much easier to just drop like 3 clown emojis if you see an ad on Meta or Facebook or whatever about like, hey, I held X, do Y with Z time period. And yeah, man, like again, I bought a course. It allowed me to scale, and what you're doing is you're paying for speed, you're paying for knowledge, and you can learn by yourself. And
yeah, the course I paid for, I was mentioned Chooser's course, was the information I directly related to what I did. Because remember, I took like a gray space route. There's no courses on that. But at the end of the day, it got me on the path to where I can find the right path to take me where I'm going. It got me on the highway to take the exit that I need, basically. And that's what you have to realize when you're paying for information. The information could be directly related to you, could just put you on the right path in the right space, in the right discussion boards, the right live calls where you're interacting with other people, doing something similar. You butt ideas. You know. At the beginning, actually, my partner and I, we were on the phone with each other all day because we had nobody else to talk to about this. And I feel like most people are going to be in the same boat. Now it's like, all right, I live in Miami. I'm like in a huge Ecom hub. I go to events. Now I'm in Madrid here, sitting with you. We've been working together for over a year, and we just met today. I have the freedom now of doing things like that, but before I did it. So you have to pay for access into these circles. It just is what it is. Nothing's free. So
Stop. So let's go back to honey packs, pawn your watches.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're on literally Lifeline. Right.
Lifeline.
Yeah. What was that big breakthrough moment? So you hired the agency and they fucked up.
We fired them immediately. That was way before the whole watch thing.
But then
way before it's like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But,
so when did the scaling start?
when we got back on Shopify, we figured out the payment processing issue. We immediately got back to our 4K day mark.
Doing what? What'd you do different?
No, we just got back to where we were. That's where we dropped off. Where we got dropped off by the payment processing.
Okay.
Yeah, and then started scaling the right ads. Introduced Google ads. That took us to 10K a day.
Yeah.
And that's when we hired a new agency, the current agency we work with, and that scaled us to now up to like 45, 50K days. A little bit slower burn. It's so explosive growth, but like it's not like 20, 25% growth daily if it was in the beginning. But that was little couple points a day add up after 1 year. Now we look at a year back, we're up like 2,000-3,000% growth essentially. So.
And another thing is that honey packs. Wait, like you said in the beginning, like this was a red ocean opportunity. You were one of the first people to do this in a different way. Obviously, supplements existed. Obviously, male performance enhancement, gas station bone and pose existed, but you also had like hip hop culture really fuel this fire. Like a lot of people were talking about honey packs.
Yeah, it became like a trend within hip hop culture. The honey packs, you rap videos about honey packs. This guy named Bandman Kevo, he made a really viral video. He's like, what did he say? Let me tell you now. She was famous. She had a lot of followers, so I had to show out. So I took 2 honey packs before I went to go hit it to show off. That video went viral. Or honeypacks.com. So you Google honey packs, like up there on the search list.
Yeah.
But things like that definitely helped us out a lot. We didn't time all these things, honestly. When I was first starting this, I was thinking, nobody's selling this online. The entry point here is perfect. Hip hop's I didn't have a crystal ball tell me hip hop was gonna catch on to this trend. It just all these things, in all honesty, just lined up in a way. The stars kind of lined. God blessed us in a way to where everything just aligned in the perfect time. And then we just put the right effort at the right time, and then we just created this beautiful recipe that we have now. So
yeah, and then now we're doing. What were you guys at when we took over with SEO about a year?
About a year ago, we probably were at the 25K day mark.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
So crushing it still. Doing great.
What's up?
So you're still crushing it and doing great?
Yeah, we're now up to like 45, 50K days. So.
Okay.
Doubled since.
Cool. And I'm bragging here a little bit, but right now we're doing about 1.8 to 2.2 million a year with just SEO alone. I remember back in July we hit like 147K with just organic and SEO.
Yeah.
But like, dude, that was obviously a flex for Carmax again. But like, if you had to start a brand today, or let me rephrase the question, if you had to start honey packs over, like you could go back 2 years, you're just now starting, like what would you do differently?
I'd probably trademark everything faster.
Okay.
Get the intellectual property stuff down.
Why?
Well, so when you hit any kind of success, the copycats start following. It's not a huge copycat problem. We have a great team of lawyers, investigators, trying to bust these guys, get them off eBay, Amazon. Not the biggest issue in the world right now. Huge nuisance, especially like one guy we just took down off of Amazon. He was doing, he had 1 month. He was on for 1 month. He did 100K in sales. It's 100K out of my pocket.
Off my brand name. He wasn't paying for any ads or anything. People were seeing our ads in Meta were spending 15, 20K a day on, and searching on Google, and the Amazon link pops up, and they're buying it from him. Think it's the same thing because they feel safer buying it from Amazon. So we took him down, things like that. The trademark is all that stuff is going through, so that's something I'll probably do sooner. I'll probably do SEO sooner than we did. We probably did SEO a year into the business. It's one of those things where like there's tremendous value that you see from it. It's not immediate. So like, all right, so if I put $1,000 in ads today, with my current ROAS, I'm going to see $3,000-$4,000 in sales today. I'm not even putting out the money, honestly. It's by the time I pay it, the money's already in my account from the sales.
Yeah.
So with SEO, it's like a slower burn, but it's a more, how to put it, a stickier, what's the word I'm looking for? A stickier
LTV.
Yeah, stickier LTV, exactly. It's a stickier perk of your business that just gets attached, because as your search ranking, it's kind of almost, it gets cemented in. So it's one of those things that most people don't think of in the beginning. For example, another thing people don't think about in the beginning, emails. They feel like, oh, what, I have to pay 6 to 8K for a guy to write some emails for me. Not realizing the true value of emails. 40% of our revenue comes from emails.
Yeah.
Be surprised how many people don't want to cough that up to set up some emails. So my email guy loves to use this slide. You'll bet the house on ads, but you won't spend a couple thousand to fix your email flow. So
yeah, and again, email is one of the most justifiable services ever, because you're going to get like a 41x return on average. For honey packs, it's doing 40%. It should at least be doing 35% of your monthly recurring revenue. So if we're charging 4.5K, 5K for email management, and you're doing 100K a year, and email's bringing you in 35,000 of that, and you're consistently scaling, the service fee from the agency stays the same, but the growth is continuous. Like 35% of 1 million is way more than 35% of 100K.
And don't forget, you can't just dump money into more ads. Think it's going to pay more. CAC is rising, cost per acquisition, and then also don't forget, like emails, like stuff like abandoned cart, abandoned checkout. That's bringing more money out of the money you spend on paid ads, because all these people abandoning the cart, abandoning the checkout, you pay for these people. So you're going to use email to bring them back in and into the funnel, and they're already in the funnel. Excuse me. You got to close the sale once they're in the funnel. That's money that you're going to lose out on. You already paid for ads anyway. So you don't want to become the next Zuckerberg top donor. You're trying to grow a business here. Up in the budget on your ads is not the solution to your problems.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yeah, and that's why we have PAPR on my hat. Like the whole game is profitable acquisition to predictable retention. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Oh, that's what I was wondering. Actually.
Yeah.
It's like, did you even spell paper? My SEO guy can't spell paper.
The guy writing like 180 blogs can't spell paper. But I mean, that's it. And like if you're good, like Zuckerberg and Meta will get you going for sure, 100%. That's the best.
No, but that's crucial for sure. Like I'm Google's crucial. SEO, you spend money on Google ads. SEO is one thing that you're just gonna. It's easy to forget in the back end because you're like, whatever. Yeah. It's funny. We skipped this part, but when we first started the brand, cash was a huge issue. We were trying to buy the honeypacks.com thing domain. It was like $4,500. And my partner was against it. I just went ahead and just bought it behind his back. Well, I told him afterwards, but later. Now looking back, how crucial it was for our SEO and our brand authority having the honeypacks.com. Imagine I didn't spend that $4,500 and somebody else picked it up now. It would have been a huge loss. Yeah, I don't even know how much that would be.
Yeah.
Things like domain authority, your search engine ranking, all these things matter. Somebody's googling your product or ranking, and you're not on the first page. You're probably beat.
Yeah.
There's no better. There's no way to sugarcoat it.
It's about having an ecosystem, and now with the SEO we're doing, like they're starting to rank on Perplexity, Gemini, ChatGPT, all these AI search platforms. But just going back to email, like you have to build an ecosystem. Going back to what Mo was saying, like if somebody comes into your site, you need to make sure that every single touch point is getting them to make a purchase, right? Did they click on your ad? Did they visit your website? Do you have an abandoned cart flow? Do you have an abandoned checkout flow? And there's so much more to that. And then once they're in, you've acquired their email, then you can just consistently value, and then ask for a sale. And those sales numbers are going to be huge.
We're up to a point now where a single email campaign brings in 35, 40K in sales. But you already paid for these customers before the matter, right?
Yeah.
It's a free sale. The cost per acquisition you did is sunk cost, so you already paid it.
Now you're getting 40,000 free sales of like, depending on your product, you're just paying for the cost of goods sold. So free money on the table that people just won't invest into because it's not exciting, right? Building an email flow is not. I'm not running ads. I'm not spending on Meta. I'm not spending 5, 10, 15K a day on Meta. And like that's not the solution to all your problems. I keep saying that. Because all business owners like, oh, scale up the ads. Yeah, run up the ads. And you run the business to the ground because you're just donating to Meta and you're not getting shares. So.
Yeah. And like again with Andromeda, the idea is like, oh, Meta's justifying a higher CPC or CPA, excuse me, but we're targeting better people, so your AOV is going to go up. And theoretically, that's kind of true, but like Meta's never going to lower its prices again. It's just going to keep going up and up and up and up.
Yeah, why would they? People are still paying it.
Yeah.
The whole part of you finding better people is if like, all right, let's say I'm a service-based business and I build in-house swimming pools, in-ground swimming pools. Excuse me. That's like 80, 100K LTV per customer.
Yeah.
You're gonna charge you more per customer because you're gonna look for people who afford it, people who own houses, own land, have disposable income, build that type of thing. Yeah, it's gonna be more expensive than me finding a guy to buy a 3-pack for $30 for sure. But I don't need to pay that much for that guy. I don't need that guy. I just need somebody with $30 to come buy the product.
Yeah,
it's not that difficult. So don't buy that bullshit of we'll find you a better customer. No, you're not.
How do you go about managing people saying that honey packs is bullshit or it's not good for you? Like, have you seen that viral video? It's not your brand, but it's a different honey pack from like a pharmacist, I think. Yeah. He's like, today I'm trying the honey pack.
Oh yeah, that guy, the brand name. I'll name drop this one because I don't really care. Raw Honey. Raw Honey's been copied so many times. Essentially now it's to the point where you're just buying straight up corn syrup in a packet. And he's like, I didn't feel anything. Of course you didn't because you took corn syrup.
Yeah.
There's bad honey packs for sure. There's bad everything like anything else. There's bad coffee. There's bad pants. There's bad shoes. So it's not really. Yeah, there's bad honey packs. Again, going back to the point of at a good entry point into the market because my competition just sucked straight up.
No,
I had the privilege of having shitty competition when I made my entry point into the market. So that made it a lot easier. Things like that guy's video helped me out because now that brand is tarnished.
Yeah.
And now I'm a different brand. So like,
I get his track.
Yeah, we charge more than that brand, and that was an obstacle we had to overcome in the beginning. Yeah, I can go to a gas station, get this box for what X amount, $10, whatever. Why should I pay $50 for yours? Well, because mine works.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is what it is. Nobody goes to a Lambo dealership. Why should I pay $250 for that, $250K for this car? I could go buy a Ford for X amount. It's
a quality.
It's quality. It's different features. Bet you're buying. I like to say. I mean, I'm going to sound arrogant saying this. We're like the Louis Vuitton of honey packs. We're not charging $1,000. It's just $50. I only have some $50 there. But it works, and 40% people keep coming back for a reason. So, and I mean, I'm honestly to the point now where we acquire so many customers. Like, I firmly believe in our product. We're running a free offer now. I mean, I don't know by the time somebody sees this video, it's gonna be on or not, but it's called a try before you buy. This is one thing in marketing. I'll drop some game here. Stand behind your product so much, you're willing to give it away for free. You're giving value to the customer up front, showing them what you offer. Because remember, most people that see your product online, they think you're a scam. It's just fact of life. Yeah. If they're not buying it from Amazon or eBay, they think it's a scam. So we're running this thing, right? We're like, it's a try before you buy. We're shipping them a 3-pack. It's a subscription. They can cancel anytime. There's no fees. There's none of that. And this gains the consumer's confidence because you're like, oh, I'm believing this so much. I'm going to go out of my way and give it to you for free. And you're going to try it. And if you don't like it, because you don't own it. Yeah. And I actually filmed the ad myself as the founder in the ad, talking at my desk, be like, all right, this is what I'm doing for you. This gains the consumer's confidence in you. You put a face behind the brand, somebody normal, not based off a call center somewhere in Asia or something. This business exists. Yeah. Normal guy just sitting here, made a product, he's telling you about it, and he's willing to let you try it for free. Give value up front. This is, Alex Ramosi says this a lot in his videos. Give value first before you ask for anything in return. Yeah. I think that pays dividends down the line.
1,000%. Yeah. So you're obviously the Louis Vuitton of honey packs. Yeah. Love that, by the way. Yeah. How do you go about having a high quality product? Because I guarantee you that brand that the pharmacist was talking about that's irrelevant right now, like had better margins than yours because it was probably just worse ingredients. How do you go about having better ingredients while maintaining healthy margins?
So I'm not going to say they have better margins than me. They don't, because we factor in that, I told you my returning customer rate is 40%. What's his returning customer rate? 5%, if that.
Well said. Yeah.
Yeah. So your margins aren't better. You think like when you sell one box, you make better. Long term, your business is scale. Where are you at now? We even are you? Who even owns that brand? Nobody's talking about that. What is your website? There's 1,000 websites selling your thing because you never bothered to trademark it. You never bothered to invest in the real business. You made a product. You started dishing it out. People started copying you. I don't even know if the one the pharmacist was holding was the one from the guy who made the thing. So it's to that point where you didn't build a business.
Yeah.
How do we get quality ingredients? So first of all, we're not cheap, right? So us putting quality ingredients isn't really a struggle. Two, it's economies of scale. We're to the point now where we don't buy pallets worth, we're buying containers worth. So that helps us keep costs down. But again, we're not cheap, so we're not like, I'm honestly like not looking to scrimp and save to get a couple pennies out of a packet so I can cheap out and take an ingredient out here and there. Or, buy, instead of putting Manuka honey, I'm going to put corn syrup. We're not at that point, so we don't need to do that.
Yeah.
You, as a business owner, now I'm not going to talk to you as somebody trying to sell you something. Talk to you as a business owner. You need to leave yourself healthy margins so you can help yourself out, your business out, and your customer at the end. Because if you can't buy the quality for your customer, you're fucking your customer.
Right.
So excuse my language. It's just what it is.
No, I mean, the truth is the truth. What would you say to somebody, you said you wanted to earn living in Miami. Would it be worth it to a smaller entrepreneur to go to Miami for the networking? Like, do you think there's an ROI in living in
There is,
Miami?
but there's a certain minimum you have to hit before you go there.
What would you say that minimum is?
$20K a month, in all honesty. The $20K a month in Miami is equivalent of $5K a month in South Carolina.
It's the truth.
Different levels to the shit. It's just, I mean, you're not gonna ball out at $20K a month either. I'm telling you that in Miami. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay. And then at $20K a month, Miami.
It's doable.
Okay.
You're another guy in Miami. You're not getting a Lambo at $20K a month, but you're living like comfortable. You're able to. I mean, you also remember, you have to leave money to the side to scale your business for emergencies when shit hits the fan. And believe me, shit hits the fan.
Wow.
No matter where you're at or what skill you're at. I'm dealing with a big issue right now. The background of this video, actually. No matter where you're at, it's just, but having money helps. I mean, contrary to popular belief, usually throwing money at a problem kind of makes it go away. So have some money outside. It's the truth. People are like, oh, you can't throw money at a problem expecting so. No, that's not true. That's a lie.
So at $20K a month, you think moving to Miami, you're going to get an ROI? Like,
Yeah,
networking
absolutely.
opportunities?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Any other cities come to mind?
Do I like living here? I don't know. Since I moved to Florida, I've just been much happier. I'm just a beach guy, sun. Moving from Philly, where like having the cell phone store in the winter, the whole winter I don't see the sun because I go to work in the store. By the time I get out at 7, it was pitch black. There's depression for like 4 months out of the year. So I did like that. New York is a great spot. We can't forget New York. I mean, obviously not as exciting to live in New York, but it's still a lot going on there. Pretty affordable living in New York, minus housing. I mean, New York is, in my opinion, one of the cheapest places to live in America. Minus the housing. No, there's nowhere else in the country you can get $1.50 slice of pizza. It says.
Okay.
All right, am I wrong?
Yeah.
Food is very cheap.
Pizza,
Transportation,
pizza.
you don't need a car in New York. You get along with the subway. I don't know how much subway costs. Like $2-3. It's not. You got public transportation. You have cheap food. You can eat out all the time. You don't have to waste time cooking. I think, honestly, in the beginning, when you're first starting out building a business, just eat out.
Yeah.
Uber Eats is cheaper than you cooking, going to the store, come back, cooking, cleaning, all that. By the time you factor in your time, it's cheaper you just order a meal at Uber Eats and call that.
God, I live that. I'm a living example.
Now I cook, I actually know I enjoy cooking. I have a cleaning lady. I could hire a chef if I wanted. I don't want to. I enjoy making my stuff. So, but in the beginning, right, you were thinking about efficiency. It's not luxury. Cooking is luxury. It's okay.
Yeah. And if you like it, then
You can do it. I'm just saying. But yeah, New York is probably a lot of networking. There's so much business in New York. New York moves at a fast, rapid pace. Miami, minus like the Ecom bubble in there, and it's honestly, people in Florida in general just move at a very slow pace. South America in general, people are moving at a slow pace. Europe, where we're at, super slow pace. I don't think you should come here to watch anything because you're gonna just fall asleep here.
yeah.
But New York is definitely good. I think me growing up in the Northeast should be Hawaiian today. I think if I grew up in the South, I probably wouldn't be.
Yeah.
The way I am. I'm just always like, I'm always like, you feel like I always had a, what's the thing called?
Pep in your step.
What's the thing called? Adult. You always feel like I'm an adult. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just like,
Let's go.
yeah.
Okay, so I won't drop a number, but you guys are in the process of being acquired for a very, very high 8-figure.
Yeah, I'm not gonna jump the numbers for the video and
Yeah,
this stuff.
yeah. Oh, we won't mention any numbers. But with that being said, like, regardless of where this goes, you're talking about getting a course going to help other people.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about that a little bit?
So the main reason I decided to do a course, we talked earlier about information-based products and stuff. There is a lot of bullshit being thrown around, and I'm looking at these dudes who like selling courses on Ecom stuff. Like, what have you built? Not you just you're copying and pasting from another one. You haven't done anything. You didn't do this before. So I'm like, all right. So if I did this right, everybody that knows me, knows what I did, knows our. You probably heard of our brand. Most people, most men at least. I can definitely do this better with the credibility. It's just like guaranteeing you if you're gonna pay for something, you're gonna get what you paid for. I spent 4 months making the course, videoing it, my videographer, editing it, make sure I'm always thinking about like, all right, my only goal is I don't want somebody to pay the $4K for it and be like, yo, Muhammad ripped me off. I didn't learn anything. It's the last thing I ever want to hear. So I've spent so much time making sure you get the most out of it and you get access to ask questions that I didn't have when I first started.
Yeah.
We're saving a lot of time, buddy too. So I spent a lot, because a lot of these guys are just, again, giving it a bad rep. You can't give education a bad rep, because without education, we're just not going to get anywhere. So I took it personal. I took this thing very personal to make sure this lines up with my personal values of me, making sure, because I know in the beginning when you're launching a business, cash isn't just flying around. So, the $4K that you invest in the course and you learn something, that's going to really hurt you.
Yeah.
Bad information again fed, that can really just put you out of business for life. That's it. I get how it is in the beginning. So I want to make sure this gives you as many tools as you can to succeed. Am I saying, can I scale any business like 10 M's a month or anything? No, because I'm only taking my own business 10 M a month. So I can't tell you I can take your business to that. You see where I'm going at with this? Like, if you didn't do it, don't tell me you can help me do it.
Yeah, I think that's the great filter, is if you're going to buy a course from somebody, like, be absolutely sure that they have done the shit that they're actually selling to
1,000. I know I can get anybody 10K a day in sales.
Yeah.
1,000. 100K a day in sales? No, because I haven't gotten there yet. So,
And I think that's why they get a bad rap, is because like somebody will grow their agency or their business to 10K a month and be like, oh shit, this is really hard. I'd rather just teach people how I got to 10K a month, and then they can scale their course to like 50K.
but there's nothing wrong with that. If you got your agency 10K a month, you can teach people how to get it to 10K a month. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's probably easier money than taking your agency to 20K a month.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're giving them good, valuable information. The problem is and I see this all the time, and living in Brickell, Miami, these guys just move. We call it the Brickell 5-pack. Yeah. Let me tell you what the Brickell 5-pack. These guys move in, 2 or 3 of their homies, move into a 2-3 bedroom apartment in Brickell. Usually the SLS or the building by Sugar.
Penthouses.
No. It's a regular apartment, which we call it panels. We're going to film in the balcony, and we're going to call it panels. Followed by the 36mm date chest, the ROG date chest. Rented Lambo that you split between all your roommates. What else? Those 3. The course. The course on how to scale. And then followed by that, it's the mentorship afterwards.
Yeah. And with them living in those places, you were telling me that like one guy will take 3 days to like film the ad on the balcony and like take their conference calls, and then the next guy will use the next 3 days.
Not even everybody did. It's within the same day. Or the car, one guy will take a go out in the morning, the other guy will take a go out in the afternoon. Next thing you know, that car just never leaves the street. And again, it's not. I'm making fun of it because so many people are doing it, and it's not nothing wrong with the way what you're buying or whatever. The issue is you're trying to paint this image and sell this dream to other kids, without you ever have done anything with yourself. So you're setting them up for failure.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, sell a course on how to do what's it called? Brickell House 5?
Brickell House?
The
Brickell 5-pack.
The Brickell 5-pack.
Yeah.
Sell a course on that. That's super tactical. But why that's bad is because they just haven't done the shit that they're preaching.
It's easier to sell that. Like you try drop shipping, you You gain some traction, a product or two for the season, a month or two on TikTok shop, and then it all dries up, and you're like, oh shit, now I got this lease left in Brickell. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna drop some game for you guys from somebody who lives in Miami. A lot of these guys that you see on social media, they last in Miami 2 years max. Yeah. 2 years. Next thing you know, we're gonna see if them drop a video. One of them, I'm sure you probably seen. I'm not gonna name drop. Guy never pushed a business. He just posts, looks and women advice, whatever that means. But this guy, he just posted a video. He moved out from Miami, and I know the story because he lived in my old building. He just got kicked out. He just couldn't make it anymore. But his whole thing posted a video. Oh, Miami's a godless place, and I don't wanna be here anymore, and I'm gonna find a better place to be. No, bro, you're posting. What do you mean godless place? You're posting videos on how to sleep with women the first night. What are you talking about? This was never your intention. Don't now try to switch up to everything. Yeah. He was never selling anything. He was doing videos for brands here and there. I was just one guy, but so I was just saying, don't believe everything you see on social media. I can tell you right now, I do 10 M's a month in revenue, or I probably buy honest with the way I live, but I'm not gonna do that because there's no point in doing that. The main thing in the beginning, just focus on investing in the infrastructure of your business, your website. Not just build a basic Shopify store and call it invest in your website. Invest in your ads, whether it's an agency or your in-house creative strategist or whatever. Invest in your SEO, invest in your Google ads, your brand image, your personal image. Yeah. All these things definitely influence your business. Don't think your personal image doesn't matter to your business, because it does. When people I just told you, I put a face behind my brand, and now sales actually jumped because people are like, this guy looks like he knows what he's talking about. He looks well spoken. This is somebody I would buy product from and put it in my body.
People want to buy from people too.
Yeah, people want to buy from people, and you as a business owner, your job is to give your business the right tools, nutrition to be fed, and to nourish itself. I didn't get we were considered a home run in the ecom space, right? I didn't get paid for the first year. I was putting money into it the first year. It was growing faster than it was able to replenish itself. So was I not getting paid? I was using my other business to feed this.
Yeah.
So you have to give yourself the right tools to succeed. Invest in the right infrastructure for your ecosystem.
Yeah, and Mo looks like a home run, and he definitely hit a home run, but people will look at it and be like, oh, Mo's a 0.1% winner. This just doesn't happen. This guy put in the work for years selling phones. This guy knows how to work hard. He knows how to eat shit for 5 to 6 years. That is absolutely required to hit a home run like that.
It wasn't even that bad. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I was just telling you right before the video. I'm not gonna sit here and tell people what bullshit them. Tell them I wake up at 4 a.m. and hit the cold plunge, and I go out when I drink or I vape. Just a normal dude, bro. I just put in the work where it's right. You have to discipline your money and your cash flow. Cash flow is very important. Cash flow.
Yes.
You can't squander. You get your first 10K a day, and you can just go buy a rollie. It's not. You're not gonna survive with that.
Yeah. All right, guys, we got the music coming on, so we got to get out of here. So I'm going to end it with rapid fire. So, unpopular opinion about entrepreneurship.
Unpopular opinion?
Yeah.
Dude, it's easy. No, I'm sorry. Let's go. That's right. I'm sorry. One unpopular opinion.
That's easy. It's easy. It's a pretty unpopular opinion.
Okay.
Why do you say that though?
Why is it easy?
Yeah. Because living a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life.
That's really hard.
Yeah. Okay. Mistakes do founders make all the time?
Not planning ahead of schedule for cash flow, specifically for cash flow.
How to deal with pressure now versus back then?
Oh, I'm so used to pressure. Every day that I'm used to putting out fires. In the beginning, I would just take things personally. Now I don't take it personally. It's also once you establish yourself, you have some money in the bank, whatever. It's easier just to chill a little bit. Back then, every little bump could take me out.
Yeah.
Now it's a little bit more stabilized. So definitely kind of helps.
If you lost everything, what's the first business you would build?
Something super cash flow positive. I'll probably go back to cell phones. I don't think anything generates as much cash flow. It's just a little investment in that.
Okay. First big win.
My first cell phone store.
Okay. You bought a Lambo now with your cell phone money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Biggest L that shaped you.
Oh, my third cell phone store. 100K. Built it. Little beautiful little Apple store. Well built. Never seen a dollar out of it.
Damn.
100K back then too was like, you know, half my net worth. So, you know, it was a huge hit, and then plus my time too. Honestly, I walked away from it, like I just nothing I read and shut off.
Yeah.
You gotta move on. You can't dwell on the past. That's what it is.
Yeah. So one rule you live by. Don't dwell in the past.
One rule: don't look back.
Don't look back.
Learn from the past. Just,
Yeah.
don't keep dwelling on your back. That's what I failed. I'll probably fail again sometime.
Hit a billboard quote in Miami. What would you want it to say?
Don't get caught up in comparison. Compare yourself to others. Move at your own speed. You know, some people hit off faster than I did. Some people hit off slower faster than I did. You know, move at your own speed.
Yeah, well said, man. Like, just really look at yourself.
The comparison stuff kills people because then they're trying to measure up to other people, and it kind of becomes a fake until you make it thing, and then it's a bad recipe. You go down there.
Cool. And lastly, for people watching at home, what's the one thing you want somebody watching this to take home?
I want you to bet on yourself. If I didn't bet myself in my business back then, like when I started to watch stuff, I wouldn't be here. No, I really honestly almost considered walking away from all this. Because back then, like, you already put money, you already put time in, and it's not going well. Get out while you can. The thought was in my mind and my partner's head a lot. So,
Well said. Okay, so for people watching at home, where can people find you? Where can people buy honey packs?
you can find honey packs at honeypacks.com. If you're interested in the course or just learning more about me, it's my personal brand. My Instagram is Mr. Honeypacks. It's pretty easy. So if you ever want to DM me any questions on Ecom, you don't have to pay me branding, bro. You don't have a question or anything to start your business, shoot me a DM. I'm happy to shoot the shit. It's another guy, so.
Word. Cool.
Pleasure meeting you guys.